And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you get started on your fitness journey. What is going on, everybody? Hope y'all having a great week so far. It is officially the last week of the year. So 2025 is coming to a close. And it's been a good year. It's been a long one. I mean, not necessarily long. All the years are flying by nowadays. But it's been a tough one for a lot of people. I know that prices, everything is getting expensive, and all kinds of crazy stuff happening. So it's been a weird one, but I'm here to say 2026 is going to be a much better year for everybody. So just hang in there, keep your head up. Y'all got this. We all, everybody kind of goes through ups and downs, and that's just kind of part of life. And I get that. I'm the same way. I experienced it too. So that's what I love about the new year. The new year kind of just, sets everything. Everything becomes new. People kind of get motivated to do things, new goals and things like that surrounding the new year. So it's always a good time, and I look forward to it. And I think 2026 is going to be a great year for all of us. So y'all keep your heads up, put the work in, and keep striving to, achieve your goals or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So speaking of goals, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions for, the year of 2026. All things, New Year's resolutions. And I've done a podcast about this pretty much every year for the new year. Since this is the last episode that will be coming out in 2025, I think it's perfect timing to do one to set y'all up for the new year, how to prepare for the new year, how to set your goals up and all that kind of stuff. Because I know y'all gonna have New Year's resolutions. I mean, everybody does. I mean, if you don't, you should. Why don't you have any New Year's resolutions? If you're not setting any, hopefully this podcast will encourage you to think about setting one, whatever it may be. It don't have to be fitness related. Obviously, this is a fitness podcast, so we're gonna talk about fitness goals, but it could be anything. It could be your job. It could be your relationship. It could be, a friendship that you have. It could be, your parenting, your kids, whatever. It could be anything. It could be a hobby, something you want to achieve, something that's selfish that you want to do. Do it. Go for it. It's okay to, work on yourself and things like that. So that's what we're going to get into the podcast today. But before we get into it, I want to show y'all one thing. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, I got to show y'all the new sign I got for Christmas. So my in-laws got me a sign right here above my head, and it says the Fitness Beginner Podcast. It's like one of those, I don't know if you call it LED. It's like one of those glow signs that lights up, and it matches like all my other lights I have behind me. So if you're watching this on the audio version, I apologize you can't see what I'm talking about. But if you do, if you want to, go over to my YouTube channel, the Fitness Beginner Podcast, or go to my Facebook account, and you can watch the video version of this podcast, and you can see it. And it's kind of out of focus. I'm gonna step back a little bit so you can see it. So there you go. You can kind of read it right there. It says the Fitness Beginner Podcast. So that's the newest addition to the podcast studio, and I like it. It's super cool. So I'm appreciative for that. So shout out to the in-laws for the Christmas present. That's pretty cool. We had a great year for the podcast too. Shout out to all y'all, all the listeners for 2025. We grew the podcast by a lot. Now, the podcast is a very small podcast. I don't have a lot of listeners. I'll be honest with y'all. But we grew by a lot. Like compared to last year and this year, I think my Spotify Wrapped came out. I can't remember, but we grew by like 130%, 140%, something like that. So that's very good. Still not a lot of people, but hey, the more the merrier. If we can, like I said, the goal for the podcast is to help one person with every single episode, and that's the goal. So hey, if we grow by one person each year, that's cool with me. That's all it takes. So yeah, but if y'all would go ahead and shout the podcast out, to your friends, to your family, to your social media, anybody that may be interested in a podcast or a fitness podcast, to help them out. If y'all like the podcast, I really appreciate if y'all do that for me, so we can keep growing and keep spreading the word to more and more people. Leave me a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast at. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the Fitness Beginner Podcast. If y'all would, that would be greatly appreciated. That's just a way y'all could give back to me if y'all enjoy the podcast. And if you have any suggestions or any feedback for the podcast, let me know that as well. You can find me on social media at Murphy Mac Fit or you can find me, at the Fitness Beginner Podcast, pretty much anywhere. So yeah, that's a big thank y'all, a big shout out to all y'all that have listened to more than one episode or just one episode. That's cool too. But yeah, spread the word to your friends so we can get the podcast growing and keep going in 2026. Because I enjoy doing it. I like getting on here and talking to myself, talking to the camera. But really, I'm talking to y'all when y'all listen to it. So yeah, that's pretty much my little spiel. So let's go ahead, without further ado, and hop into the podcast. So you always hear saying, "New year, new me." Well, is that right? Is that going to be true this year? Is that going to be true? Is it you going to have a new you in 2026? Every January the gyms are always packed, always every January, and I'm not mad. Like, I like it. I love to see it. I love to see the gym being packed. I'm not selfish by no means about sharing the gym. If the gym is packed, that's better. That's good for me. I'll wait my turn to use the equipment. If the gym is packed, it don't bother me one bit. Now, I do work out at about 5:30 in the morning, so I don't expect it to be packed to that time. But you get what I'm saying. And then when February rolls around, the gym's pretty much empty because people ain't there no more. They already falling off. And honestly, it don't even take that long. Most people don't even stick to it for a month. They probably do it for like a week or two, and that's it. So your New Year's resolution is not the problem. It's not your New Year's resolution. The way that you use the New Year's resolution is the problem. So that's what today's episode is about. What are New Year's resolutions? Like, what actually are they? And then why can a New Year's resolution help, or why it could sabotage, your fitness journey? We're also going to talk about the best type of resolution if you're just getting started, and how to finally stick to your resolution but beyond January. And then at the end, I'm going to give y'all a little bonus sneak peek into my New Year's resolution. We're going to talk about mine and what we're going to do come January. So yeah, I got to say it's the end for that. So what are New Year's resolutions? It's simply a decision to change behavior at the start of a new year. Simple. Like, it's a goal that you set at the beginning of the new year. That's all it is. It's no different than any other goal except for the fact that it starts January 1st. It's the only difference. That's it. It's just a goal you set and it happens to be on January 1st. So psychologically, when it comes to a new year, when you start at the beginning of a new year, it feels like a fresh start, like a clean slate. It's finally that chance to do it right this time. Like that, this is your chance to get it right. So that can be a good thing. That's powerful, but it can also mess you up, if you don't use it right. So we want to use it to our advantage. New Year's resolutions can be a good thing if you use them correctly. Starting off at the beginning of the year can be a great time to start your goal for a lot of people. And I like to do them every year. I always set New Year's resolutions every year. So why are New Year's resolutions a good thing? So they create awareness. So you're finally admitting that something needs to change. Like, when you create a goal to change something, that's you admitting to yourself that, hey, I need to get better at this, or I don't like how I'm doing this, or I'm not doing this, or, you're admitting that you need to change. Like, there's awareness there. So that's good. That's first and foremost, that's great. They also provide a clear starting line. So like I said, it's a goal that you set on January 1st. So that's the starting line. I'm starting now instead of tomorrow or someday or Monday. Like, it's January 1st. That's a clear date. You start January 1st, point blank period. There's no other questions about it. So it's a clear starting line. So that's a great thing. And then also, it can give you momentum. So motivation is naturally higher at the beginning of the year. I don't know why, but just flipping over the calendar to the new year, it creates more momentum, because we all have this like stigma around, New Year's resolutions. So naturally your motivation is higher when it comes to January 1st, when it comes to the new year. So this is a great time to like kickstart your goals, to start working on your goals, because you are turning over that new year. And then also, they help people identify priorities. So whether your priority is health, whether your priority is energy, whether your priority is confidence, whether it's longevity, it helps you identify some areas that you need to make a priority in your life. So now, that was some reasons New Year's resolutions are good. So let's talk about a few reasons why New Year's resolutions may be bad. They could be a bad thing. So most resolutions are too vague. Like, they're not specific. They're just like, oh, I want to lose weight, or I'm going to get in shape, or I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to get more sleep, whatever. It's too vague. And then on the opposite end, some of them are too extreme. Like you're setting goals that are way out of they're way out of reach. Like you're not gonna be able to do them. They're way too extreme. Like if you're not working out at all, and then you set a New Year's resolution to work out 5 days a week, to me that's a little too extreme. You're not gonna go from 0 days to 5 days a week. It's probably not gonna happen. I mean, you may could do it for a week, two, maybe a month, but it's not sustainable. And then a lot of New Year's resolutions, they're too outcome focused. So what I mean by this, like you're focused on the goal. I mean, you're focused on the outcome rather than the steps and the actions that you have to take to achieve said goal. So what do I mean? Well, you may want to lose 50 pounds and your goal is to lose 50 pounds. Well, maybe you should rephrase your goal into saying, I want to lose 5 pounds per month to eventually get to a 50-pound goal. Like you need to break it down more. You need to make it focus more on being consistent. Like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, 3 days a week until I lose 50 pounds. Something like that. Something that's more like step-based, like action-based rather than outcome-based. Don't make it, oh, I want to run a marathon. Make it, I want to run, 2 to 3 times a week per week. You know what I'm saying? Until you get to that goal of running the marathon. So that's just a few examples. The reason these examples fail is because they rely on motivation, not system. So like you got to get motivated to lose 50 pounds. Well, you need to set up a system on how to lose 50 pounds. How many days a week you're going to go to the gym? What foods you're going to eat? When are you going to eat it? How many calories are you eating? Things like that. You need to make a system of how to do it, how to complete it, and how to be consistent with it over time, not just, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds, or, oh, I'm going to run a marathon. Also, these goals, a lot of time will ignore real life. So just because it's a new year and you got this new goal, don't mean that your life's going to stop. What do I mean by that? Like you still got real life obligations. You still have to go to work. You still have to take care of your kids. You still have to do chores around the house. You still have to, be present in your relationship. You still have to do things with your wife or your husband. You still have to, do all the little things you normally do. And now you got to fit these goals in on top of that. Like you don't just throw away the rest of your life just for these goals. And then sometimes these outcome focused goals, they create an all or nothing mindset. So we don't want to do this. We want to stay away from this because, especially in fitness, all or nothing's not ever going to work in fitness. Like nobody's perfect. You're not going to eat right every day. You're not going to work out right every week. You're going to miss a day. It's going to happen. So you can't let that one day that you miss just make you quit altogether. It's not all or nothing when it comes to fitness. Yeah, I would agree. All or nothing is a good mindset to have for a lot of things in life, pretty much everything except for fitness, because you're not going to be perfect. And we don't just want to not do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a good balance. You don't want like one missed workout to turn into, I failed, or I quit, or I'll start again next year. Like you can't just let one bad thing get you off track, because one bad day and one bad meal, missing a workout, like it's not going to have that much of an effect on you. Just one. Now, if you let it snowball into a bunch of them, then yes, it will. So moving on, the best New Year's resolution for beginners, for people just getting started. So the best resolution is not weight loss. It's not aesthetic goals. It's not performance goals. The best resolution for beginners is become the type of person who shows up consistently. So again, this is going back to that point of make your goals more action-based rather than outcome-based. Don't make your goal, oh, I'm going to get in shape, or, I'm going to build my chest. Make your goal, I'm going to show up consistently, for so many weeks or whatever. Like I'm going to show up to the gym 3 times a week for 6 months or whatever, until I lose 50 pounds, or until I bench press 225. Make it like consistent based, not, outcome based. Or, I will move my body 3 times per week. That's a good one. I will build a daily habit of intentional movement. That's a good one too. So I'll build it like going for a walk or stretching, getting up and moving. If you sit down at work all day, make an intentional habit to get up and move throughout the day. So these are some better goals rather than just saying I'm gonna be more active or I'm gonna move my body more or I'm gonna work out 3 times a week. Like make it more actionable where you can actually take those steps. So focus on your identity, your behavior, your consistency. The results are going to come after the habit, not before the habit. So you got to create the habit for the results to come. So remember that. So how do you implement these resolutions the right way? So number one, start smaller than you think. So if your goal feels impressive or impossible, like it's probably too big. It's probably too big. And I'll be careful when I say that because I do believe your goals should be so big that they should scare you. Like really, like if your goal doesn't scare you, then it's probably not big enough. But at the same time, it's got to be something that's actually achievable for you. You know what I'm saying? It should scare you a little bit, but then again, it should be possible for you to do. So for example, 20 to 30 minute workouts, that's achievable. 2 to 3 days per week, that's achievable. Don't say I'm gonna work out for an hour and a half, 5 to 6 days a week. That's probably not achievable. When you finish a workout, you should be able to say, that was manageable. I could do that again. Not like I'm absolutely dead. I'm sore. I don't want to do that again. Because you're probably not going to keep going back if you're destroying yourself in the gym. So start smaller than you think. But your goals should be, big enough to where it kind of scares you. But you should be able to actually get there. Like you should be able to take the proper steps to achieve that goal. Number 2, attach your habit to your life. So don't build fitness around, your ideal schedule. Like I said, your life's not going to stop. You have to build fitness around your actual life, like how your schedule operates now. You have to fit fitness into that schedule, not creating a fitness schedule and then fitting in everything else around it. Like use your life schedule now and fit fitness in there somewhere. So ask yourself, when do you realistically have time, to work out, to go to the gym? What days are least stressful? What days are least stressful for you? That's the day you should probably go to the gym. So that consistency is going to beat perfection every time. So you have to you have to attach it to your life. It has to become part of your schedule, part of your lifestyle, not, trying to fit everything else around your fitness schedule. Number 3, remove friction. I love this point because this is such an easy thing to do and it makes a world of a difference. So remove friction. The more friction you have, the less likely you are to do something. So the easier you can make it to go to the gym or the easier you can make it to eat healthier, the much easier you're going to be able to stick to your goals. You know what I'm saying? It just makes it so much easier. So for example, lay out your gym clothes the night before. Pack your gym bag the night before you go to the gym. So that way you wake up in the morning, you don't have to do it. You don't have to think about it. It's already ready to go. You can just grab it and walk out the door. This is what I do. Super simple. It don't take no time. Just pack your bag. Super simple. And it makes it so much easier. Like you're moving that friction. Another thing is pick a gym that's close to your work or close to your home. Like don't pick a gym that's across town. Pick one that's close. Yeah, it may not be the nicest gym, but if you will actually go to that gym, that's much better than going to the really nice gym across town, that you may or may not go to because it's so far. Yeah, it may be nicer, but if you don't make it there, then it don't matter how nice it is because you ain't going. So pick one that's close, pick one that's convenient, pick one that's on the way to work, or pick one that's on the way home from work, or that's close to your house, or work out at home if you have to. Also, have a plan for what you're going to do before you go into the door. Before you go into the gym, know what you're going to do. Like, have a simple plan or at least a rough idea of what you're going to do for your workout. Don't just throw things together once you get in there because it's going to take extra time and extra processing to, figure it out. So yeah, try to figure out what you're going to do the night before. Follow a workout routine. That's the easiest thing to do. Find you a routine online. Buy you a program. Use ChatGPT, whatever you got to do. Create you a workout program that's tailored to you. So that way you know what you got to do when you get in there. You don't have to guess it. It's not a guessing game. So the easier it is for you to start, the more likely you will do it. The more likely you'll show up. So remove any friction that you can. Another thing I love to do to remove friction is meal prep. I love meal prepping because it removes that friction of eating healthy, like eating the foods that you know you need to eat. And I just do this for lunch. Like I just do one meal for lunch each day. But it makes it so much easier. I don't have to think about what I'm eating. I already know what I'm eating. It's healthy. I don't have to I'm not tempted to go buy some fast food because it's there. It's already made. I already spent the time to cook it. It's ready to go. I just pop it in the microwave and boom, I got my food for lunch. So meal prepping, that's another hack to do. It's super simple. Yeah, it takes a little time on the weekend to meal prep, like 2 hours tops, or you can do it quicker than that. But yeah, that 2 hours you spend on Sunday or whenever you do it is worth it because you have your meals ready for the rest of the week. That's what I do. I meal prep on Sunday and I have it for the rest of the week for Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll have some for Saturday too. So number 4, you got to track the right things. Don't obsess over the scale, especially early on. Don't obsess over it. Honestly, you probably don't even need to weigh yourself for real. When you first start out, if you're one of those people that's going to obsess about the scale, don't even worry about it. Don't even weigh yourself. Don't do it because it's just going to stress you out. It's going to, make things more difficult. You're going to be worried about it, and it's not necessary. You don't need to. So don't worry about it. Don't track your weight if you know you're going to have a problem with it. Like if you're going to obsess over it, if you're going to look at it every day, don't track your weight. But you do want to track your workouts completed, how many you've done. Track the days that you showed up, track how you feel, track your weights, your reps, your sets. That way you know you're progressing, things like that. Because that will build momentum and it'll allow you to see the progress that you've made over time. So when momentum is built through evidence of consistency, it's easier to stay in momentum once you're already in momentum. It's hard to create that momentum, but once you're in momentum, it's easy to just ride it out. So, track the right things. Don't obsess about the scale. I mean the number on the scale because it can play games with you, and it's not always 100% accurate because we have water weight and all that, and the scale goes up and down. And sometimes that can play with your head. So don't do it if you know you have an issue with it. So how do you stick to your resolution past January? This is a good one right here. Y'all listen up. Because most people don't even make it to the end of January when it comes to their New Year's resolution. So first and foremost, expect motivation to drop. This is normal. Like your motivation is going to drop. When January rolls around and you're super motivated to do these new goals, your motivation's high. But guess what? We don't function off of motivation. You got to learn how to function off of discipline. Because guess what? When February 1st rolls around, that motivation is going to be at the floor. There is going to be no motivation by the time you do a whole month of something new. Like you got to build the discipline to stick to it. Like motivations, it comes and goes. Yeah, motivation to pick back up sometimes. But it definitely will go down. It'll go away. Like you gotta dig deep on those days you're not motivated. And the thing that's going to get you there is discipline for those days. So motivation is going to drop. I'm telling you that right now. So just expect it to drop. But that don't mean quit. Just because your motivation is not there, that does not mean you failed. That does not mean you need to give up. That just means you got to dig deep and do it anyways. So that's just part of it. The goal is not to feel motivated. That's not the goal. The goal is to show up even when you don't feel like it. Because trust me, there's gonna be days you don't feel like it. This happens to me all the time. But I still show up anyways. So when you miss a day, don't quit. First and foremost, don't quit. Don't spiral out. Don't go crazy eating a bunch of junk food because you missed one day. Just return to the gym the next day. You know what I'm saying? Whenever your next planned workout is, just go the next time. Get right back into it. One day is not going to make or break you. One bad meal is not going to make or break you. It's not going to have that big of a difference. Just keep going. But if you let one turn into 2 and 2 turn into 10 and 10 turn into 20, then yes, those could affect you. But we're not going to let that happen. Not in 2026. So consistency is not never missing. It's just never quitting. Does that make sense? Consistency is not never missing. It's never quitting. Don't let yourself quit. Be consistent. So how to use New Year's resolutions to hit your long-term goals. So use a New Year's resolution as a starting point, not a finish line. That's the starting point that's going to get you going, get that momentum created, like I said, and that's the starting point. And then you want to shift your mindset from what do I want to achieve to who do I want to become? You may want to achieve, losing 50 pounds, but you need to shift that mindset into I want to become somebody, that's 50 pounds less, that's quote unquote fit, that, works on their health, eats healthy, things like that. When fitness becomes part of your identity, the results, they're gonna come. Point blank, period. Like if it's part of your identity, the results are gonna come. They may not come as fast as you want them to, but they will if you stick to it over time. So the people who succeed, at their fitness goals or any goals, they're not special. They're normal people just like us. The only thing they did differently than what you've done or somebody else done that failed is they kept showing up, longer than everybody else. When we all quit, they kept going, and that's why they were successful. Period. Like there's no, like, you just got to keep going. Like if you quit, the moment you fail is the moment you quit. Like if you quit, then you technically failed at something. But if you don't quit, like if you never quit, then technically you can't fail. Like you've never failed. You can never fail at something if you never give up. If you never quit, because it's not over. Like you're just learning. You may have failed and you learned from it and you kept building on it and you kept getting better, and eventually you'll succeed. So just keep going. So my closing message for y'all is New Year's resolutions, they don't fail. Unrealistic expectations do. That's what fails. Unrealistic expectations. If you focus on, small habits, consistency, identity over outcomes, these are things that will allow you, to be successful in 2026 and not let this year be another restart, like last year or the year before. It's not just another year. It can be your year, that you finally build something sustainable, that you finally, achieve that fitness goal or that job, career goal or relationship goal, whatever it is. You just got to be consistent with it. Set up a game plan around that goal and how you're going to achieve it, and just stick to it. And know that motivation is not always going to be there. So that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. But yeah, I told y'all I would tell you what I'm going to be doing come January. And I put a lot of time and thought into this because I don't really know if it's achievable. But I'm going to give it a shot anyways. I'm going to give it a go. My goal is to complete it in 30 days. There's technically 31 days in January, but I'm trying to do it in 30. Yeah, it's going to be very hard logistically to do this challenge, but we're going to try it anyways. I don't know really what's going to come up. Luckily, it's a little flexible. I can do more on some days, less on some days. But what I'm going to do is, my goal is to take 1 million steps in 30 days. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and it is crazy. It's a lot. And like I said, your goals should scare you a little bit, and this one does. Like this goal scares the heck out of me because I don't think I can do it. I'm probably going to fail at it, but I'm going to attempt it anyways, and I'm going to try it so I can prove to myself that, I can do things that I set my mind to. So to break this down for y'all, just how many steps this is a day. Like I said, there's 30 days in January. There's 31 days in January, but I'm going to try to do it in 30. I'm going to do 1 million steps in 30 days just because the math's easier that way. That way, if I have to, I got one extra day of buffer. But hopefully we don't have to use that extra day. So just to give y'all an example, 1 million steps in 30 days, that comes out to be 33,334 steps a day. So basically it's 33,333.33333. So if you round it up to 334. So yeah, that's a lot. Just to put that in mileage, so 33,000 steps in miles is roughly 16 to 17 miles a day. That's a lot. 16 miles a day. That's a ton. Most of y'all probably don't even walk, 7,000, 8,000 steps a day. And I'm finna do 33,000 steps a day, which sounds insane to me. And I really don't know how I'm gonna do it. But the best thing I've figured out that I think I could do is I'm gonna have to walk about 2 hours in the morning before work. While I'm at work, I'm gonna have to try and walk 2 hours total. I can't walk 2 hours at a time at work, but if I can walk, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes here, if I can figure out a way to walk, because I work on a construction site, so I can't walk around the site, but I have to be working, so, and I'm on my feet a lot sometimes when I walk around the site. So total, roughly, I need to get about 2 hours at work. Now that will be hard some days. I probably won't be able to do that some days. And then when I get off of work in the afternoon, I'm about to walk another 2 hours. So if I can walk for about 6 hours a day, I think I can hit 33,000 steps. It'll be close. Luckily with this goal, I don't have to hit that number every single day. Like if I come up short one day, I can walk more the next day to make up for it. Also, running is gonna count towards my steps. Like it's not 1 million. I'm not walking 1 million steps. It's just I'm taking 1 million steps. So running and walking counts. But I'm gonna use running sparingly. I'm gonna try not to run as much as I can because this is very. It'd be very easy to get injured doing this because I'm gonna be walking so many steps. So I don't want to run because I know that's gonna make me injury prone. And if I get injured, then obviously I'm not gonna be able to do the challenge. So I'm gonna try to only use running when I absolutely have to. Like on the weekend, like on Saturday, I'll probably be making up steps because I probably missed some during the week. So on the weekend, I'll probably run like I'd probably do a long run on Saturday just to try to make up for some steps because I'll probably not hit it during the week every day. So that leaves me 4 Saturdays. So that's 4 long runs I probably do. But I'm gonna try not to use them during the week unless I absolutely have to because I don't want to injure myself. Like I'm already gonna be overloading my legs, my ankles, feet, knees, hips. I'm gonna be overloading them already because I'm taking so many steps. So I don't want to do something stupid and injure myself and not be able to do it. So yeah, so running and walking counts. I'm gonna be walking, roughly 6 hours a day, about 16 miles, 33,000 steps a day. I know that's crazy. But we're going to do it. We're going to try it. I don't have any like races or anything coming up soon. And I needed something to start the new year off. Like I needed a challenge because I just been, hanging out for the past 3 months. I did a triathlon in September or October, one of the two. And ever since that's over, I just been kind of chilling. I've been working out 3 days a week and running 3 days a week. I hadn't been training for anything. So I needed something to, get me back in like that training mode, that prep mode, something to, keep me back on track. And I thought, what better time to do it than the new year to do a little challenge, a 30-day challenge. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to attempt it. So while y'all achieving y'all's New Year's resolutions, y'all's goals, I'm going to be doing the same thing. We're all going to be challenging ourselves, doing something new, something hard, something different that's going to challenge us. And I recommend this to you. Like find a challenge that you want to do too. It don't have to be, it don't have to be steps. It could be a different challenge. But I think steps are a good challenge. Definitely don't do 33,000 steps. I think a challenging goal for most people is 10,000 steps. Like 10,000 steps a day is a lot more steps than you realize, and you really got to walk to get 10,000 steps. So I think that's a good one for most people to do. Also, you have different challenges, like the 75 hard challenge. That's a super hard one that I know a lot of people do it. But if you can do it, it's a great thing to, create momentum and get you going, on the right path. I know a lot of people that have done it and have achieved, completing the whole 75 days, and they say it's life-changing. Like it literally did a lot for them. So if you want to do that, there's all kinds of different challenges you can do. Do something for 30 days. That's what I recommend. Do a little 30-day challenge to get you going and get you kick-started for the new year to get you set up. And then, so that's my big challenge for New Year's. I also have, little things that I'm going to be doing as well. That's just personal to me that I'm not going to share with you. But that's just the fitness challenge that I'm going to be doing. Still have a lot of content goals, like, posting a podcast every week, posting a YouTube video every week, doing shorts every day, things like that. So those are little goals I have. But yeah, hopefully y'all got something out of this. Hopefully you can, get started on the right note come January 1st. What day of the week is January 1st? It is, where's my calendar? One second. So January 1st is on a Sunday. I'm tripping. No, it's on a Thursday. I'm tripping. Yeah, it's on a Thursday. Yeah. So come Thursday of this week, hopefully y'all get started on your fitness journey. Or on your goal, whatever that may be. You may not be fitness related, but yeah, y'all need to achieve your goals this year. Don't let this year be like all the other ones and you just slack off eventually because it gets tough. I'm gonna tell you right now, whatever goal you have, it's gonna get tough. You're gonna lack motivation. It's gonna be hard, and you just gotta be disciplined enough to stick through it. You gotta keep going, fighting through it, and yeah, it'll be worth it. I promise. Just stick to it. Oh, I forgot to mention another challenge I'm gonna be doing is an ice bath every day for 30 days because I quit using my ice bath for a while after I went on vacation. I quit using it. And I hadn't been back in it, but then I just bought a new ice bath, a big old cooler ice bath. So I'm gonna make a little challenge, 30-day challenge to get back in the ice bath so I can keep doing that again like I used to. But yeah, good luck to y'all come 2026. Thank y'all for a great 2025 on the podcast. I appreciate it. Share this episode with a friend. get the podcast out there so we can keep growing, keep getting better. And I want to double those numbers again this year in 2026. Like if we can grow 100% like we did in 2025, that would be great. And I appreciate it. So leave a review, comment, whatever you can do. I'd appreciate it. Other than that, y'all have a great day and y'all have a great 2026. I know y'all going to do great this year and achieve all your goals. So hang in there. Reach out to someone if you need help. I'm always available. If you have any questions or if you need help with anything, just let me know. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Peace, love, protein. We out.